What's going on, you guys? Kyle here, and today I wanted to talk about how you can make your first $1,000 in a week. Now, this is a video geared towards beginners in either business or people, who are looking to make a little bit of extra cash, or people who are, just starting out, just leaving high school or in high school or college or whatever it might be, and you want to look for an outlet that you can use to make more money. So to get started, I've done a lot of these things myself. You don't have to follow them exactly, but the core fundamentals are there, and it's just a simple principle of negotiation, or using the simple principles of negotiation and just market research. Now, I know more and more people have been kind of talking about it, but this is kind of my approach and what's worked for me in the past. Now, all of this is on a base of value, right? You get in what you put in to anything in this world. So whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be able to provide value in that situation. So what I'm going to recommend to you is buying and selling things on places like eBay, Craigslist, and Facebook Marketplace. Just to start out, I don't like eBay for certain reasons because of the fees and because you have to ship the items and multiple other reasons. But the reasons I do like eBay are because it has the biggest potential of audience. It's got a big audience, and eBay is a great tool. It's been around forever. Just not always the easiest to use when you're starting out. So that'll lead us into Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, of course. So, and you can use OfferUp, Letgo, but I was a big Craigslist guy, and now I know Facebook Marketplace is taking a lot of that whole market share. So with that being said, what is it that you can sell? Like, what can you sell, and what do you have to look for? What do you have to do? Now, first and foremost, you have to do a little bit of market research if you're buying something you've never sold before. And if you're buying something you have sold before, you kind of have a leg up on the situation, so you can use your intuition to help you. So with that being said, I'm going to take something like this MacBook here, which I, back in the day, used to sell a good amount of. And how I did that was I started off with one, obviously, that's always how it works. And I bought it, and I cleaned it up by, refreshing the software, wiping it down, making it nice, make it presentable, buying a new charger for it because the other one was faded or old and ugly. And as far as I remember, I bought the computer for around $400, and I sold it for around $850. I was young at the time, like 13, so I had to, walk to a local McDonald's or something like that. I think it was a McDonald's, and met the guy in there. You could test out the computer, Wi-Fi, etc. And that was that. That's in a nutshell how that went down. And what I think you can do similarly is find a product that you're familiar with, or you can copy this and go find MacBooks, or phones is another thing I started out in, or anything technology based that has there's a big need for it and people want it, and it's something that people want to be able to save money on because it's a large expense. So you purchase an item, you add value to that item. So you either clean it up or you fix something on it, you order a part for it, maybe you get a new case for it, maybe you get, like I said, a new charger for it. Maybe you install programs on it and just create a perfect package for somebody to purchase. Somebody who's going into college would rather buy one that's clean, nice, presentable, used machine, like used computer, rather than the dirty computer with a bad ad and a chewed up charger by a dog that's got tape on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that whole situation there. The person doesn't want to put in the effort. They just want to sell the item, which after a while people get bored and, for lack of a better term, lazy, and they want to get rid of something. So they sell it to you at a good price, or you can negotiate that profit, which is what we'll get into in a second. And then you'll be able to add value to that particular item and be able to sell it for a profit. And what's great about Craigslist is that you can, do deals quickly and locally, and as long as you meet up in a safe place and you have a little bit of common sense, you're not going to get yourself in any really sketchy or sticky situations. Now, what I just said, using profit, negotiating for a profit, essentially creating a margin, even if the item doesn't have margin in it itself. You never know. I'm not saying you should go out there and be a little weller, but you always have to be aware of somebody's ability to take less money for an item because you either have cash, you're willing to come to them, you're willing to put a little more time into it, you're willing to be an easygoing buyer, willing to be a safe person transaction, whatever it may be, you're willing to make their life a little bit easier, or just generally you're willing to simply ask, if they would go lower in the price. Now, for example, if somebody's selling a computer for $600, and you look around the market's only $600, $650, but they're right next to you, maybe they're local. You can maybe say, hey, I've got cash, I'm willing to meet tonight. Do you think you'd accept $450 or $400 or something like that? And that way you can start the negotiation process. Don't be completely disrespectful, but you can kind of get that $200-$300 barrier, or sometimes even more if you want to take that risk, and you can negotiate your way into profit. Now, this works with anything, not just computers. You can do it with bicycles if you wanted to. You can find a Trek bike. I know there's a model of Trek 7100. I'm sure if you type that into, or 7 Series, whatever it's called, you type that into Craigslist, you find one for $300, and you ask the guy if you take $200 and you sell for $400. And this, if you do a few of these every week, or if you're starting off with a little bit of money or a little bit more money so you can buy a few items or just one item, either way, I think it's very, very possible for you to make $1,000 a week fairly quickly. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but in my opinion, it's actually pretty exciting because you're able to take these things, make them better, add value. It's kind of like a project at that point, and you're making them sellable. I think iPhones, as much as I'm a camera guy and love everything to do with cameras and high quality images and video, I think iPhones are plenty good for anything you're gonna post, or Android, whatever kind of phone that it is that you have. Make it nice, make it clean, make it don't post it in the middle of a sidewalk and with some dirt on it, whatever it is. Make it clean. Power wash the bicycle, wipe down the MacBook with glass cleaner, whatever it might be. Just make it fresh, make it nice, make it presentable. Post it in a couple different places. Post it on Craigslist, post it on Facebook Marketplace, and I always recommend putting in the description. You could say we're meeting for let's meet at a Starbucks, local Starbucks, for mine and your safety, or a local place or a police station or something like that, to ensure both of you guys know that you are safe, because that's number one in all of this. At the end of the day, you are meeting up with strangers. And then, when you meet up with them, it'll help build your skill set in talking to people and building deals and negotiating, and everything, all things considered, will be a very, very good skill set for you in whatever stage you are in life. And it is a very good way to add additional money to your bank account, or to pay off bills, or to just grow yourself, or to do as a career. You can buy and sell cars like I have before. You can buy and sell watches or houses, and this is all a progression. So I think start off with, if you haven't already, start off with a goal of $1,000 a week. I know that's a pretty high goal, but start off with that, because that's a pretty good amount of money. That's $52,000 a year, which is not a bad living for anybody. So I would say start off there. Set your goal. Try and do 5 deals a week, 4 or 5 deals a week, and try and keep a profit margin of $200 to $250, or do 10 and try and keep a profit margin of $100. Buy some iPhones, negotiate down the price $100, and then sell it for $100, $150, or post it for $100, $150 more. So you buy it for $300, post it for $450. Somebody offers you $400, and boom, that's $100. You do that 10 times a week. It doesn't really take that much effort. And for the potential gain, I think you guys would be in a very, very good spot. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video. If you liked it, dislike it. If you don't, subscribing would mean the absolute world to me, and I just so much appreciate everything that you guys do and for this channel, and everyone who's subscribing. It means, like I said, the absolute world to me. So with that being said, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.